Meet Carrot. This right here is the evilest little creature that keeps thousands of spiritual people unhappy and exhausted all the time. Let me explain. You know that metaphor of the donkey chasing a carrot in the hopes that he'll eventually catch it? But it turns out that the carrot is tied to a stick that's tied to the donkey's back. So no matter how much he chases that damn carrot, he's never going to get it. And that's exactly what happens to so many spiritual people who are healing and ascending. There's this crazy idea in a lot of spiritual circles and personal development circles that goes something like this. That when you heal a trauma, or when you get rid of old baggage, or when you heal negative thought forms and disempowering beliefs in your mind, that you're going to get rewarded with a proverbial carrot. And that's going to be happiness, joy, lightness, whatever it is. You're going to get some kind of reward in the form of a carrot for doing all of that work.
Yay! I'm so happy! I did it!
So we have this idea that we'll eventually get rewarded if we only keep doing our healing and our spiritual work. But this sets up an internal predicament because it means that we're going to start doing our spiritual work only as a means to an end, to eventually get our proverbial carrot. So we do some healing work and we heal the wound, and then we chase a carrot. Then we do some more healing work, we heal another wound, or we get rid of a negative belief, and then we chase the carrot again. Do you see the predicament here? We set ourselves up to constantly be chasing something out there. Joy, happiness, peace, lightness, whatever it is, we're setting that up as if that's a reward out there that we're getting for all the spiritual work that we're doing. And then we get tired, we start feeling exhausted, and most importantly, we start complaining.
When is all this healing work gonna be finished? When will I feel lighter and happier?
And all this complaining is happening because of this damn carrot. So it's time to throw this away and let's talk some real truths about healing that will set you free. Truth number one is that we never stop healing or ascending. There is no finish line here. There's no finish line. We're constantly evolving and we're constantly healing and upgrading and ascending our energy. Just like the nature of the universe is. It's always expanding and never ending, no finish line in sight. So when you look at healing, think of healing like an ascending spiral. So in an ascending spiral, we heal something at a certain level. Then once that's healed, our energy ascends and we go to another level. Then we heal again and we ascend and we go to another level. This spiral, this ascending spiral, is never ending. There's never any finish line to this. So eventually, as spiritual beings, we have to make friends with the constant flowing of life. We have to get used to the fact that we are constantly evolving and that it's never going to end, and make friends with all that life has to give us, the way that life unfolds, all of the lessons, the way that life helps us to heal. We eventually have to make friends with all of that and put in our minds and in our hearts that this flow of evolution is constant, that there's no finish line to it, there's no hurry also, but there's no finish line to it. We're never going to get there because there's no there to get to. It's just this natural unfolding that just keeps going day in, day out, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Truth number two is you don't have to chase carrots. And it's not just because, like the metaphor, you're never going to get to the carrots anyways. It's actually deeper than that. It's that all of the things that you're chasing, all of those proverbial carrots, the joy, the happiness, the lightness, the peace, all of those things that you think you're going to get as a reward for doing your spiritual work, those things are already inside of you. The joy, the happiness, the lightness, they're not rewards that you get for doing your spiritual work. They're actually states of being that you can experience right now as you're doing your healing work. You see, the more that you cultivate spiritual resilience and you understand with every cell of your being that you're not doing your healing work, you're not doing your spiritual work in order to get some carrots, the joy, the happiness, the lightness, whatever the carrots are. You're not doing that healing work to get those carrots. You're doing the healing work because it frees you up to live a more pure life that's closer to your soul essence, that's closer to what your soul wanted you to do down here in the first place. Because every unhealed wound that that you carry, every trauma that you have stuck in your body, every disempowering belief that you have in your mind, all of these things weigh you down, they weigh your energy down, and they keep you from living an authentic life. And each time you heal these things, you free your human and spiritual self. And here's the fantastic part. When you do this healing work, when you do this spiritual work, your energy is automatically going to start to ascend, and it's going to get lighter. The lightness is going to come, the joy is going to come, the peace is going to come, but it's coming naturally. It's not coming as a consequence of you chasing something. It's coming naturally just from all of the changes that you're going through inside without needing to chase anything at all. Truth number 3 is that complaining creates resistance. When I complain about the things that I'm healing, it creates an inner resistance in my energy. And that inner resistance is really coming from a discrepancy in energy. It means that I'm creating this resistance because I have expectations. Inside of me somewhere, I'm complaining because I have some kind of expectation that I should be somewhere that I'm not. And whenever I deviate from the present moment, whenever I'm not accepting of the present moment the way it is, I set up an inner resistance. And that inner resistance makes me feel 100 times worse. In fact, here's a $1 million nugget. It's that resistance, that internal resistance to the present moment that creates the biggest energy heaviness. A lot of times we think that we feel heavy and we feel down because we have all this healing work to do, and it's those wounds that are keeping us down. And that is true to some extent, but a lot of times the real heaviness that we're feeling is because of this inner resistance that we have to the present moment, this inner complaining that we have, this inner resistance that's creating bigger heaviness than just the wounds themselves. So really the heaviness is coming from internal stories that we tell about what we have to heal. Here's a powerful exercise that I learned in my own life as I was doing my own healing work. Whenever something came up to be healed, I would calmly notice what my mind was saying about that wound that needed to be healed. And what I started to notice is that my mind was setting up an internal chatter that looked something like this. I'm so tired of all this crap that keeps coming up to heal. It's never ending. I hate it. When am I going to be healed of all of this? I'm so tired of doing spiritual work and wish I could just be done with it and be happy already. So you see how this internal chatter creates so much resistance and heaviness inside of you? And if you keep this internal chatter, if you let it run wild inside of your head, you're going to miss the opportunity to feel lighter and happier and at peace right now. So let go of the complaining and instead hold on to this mantra that I love using. I fully embrace whatever comes up to be healed, however long it takes. Speaking of healing work, check out this video here I did about how to heal an unhealthy pattern that many spiritual people get stuck in, including you probably. Let me explain. Did I break my carrot? Okay, hold on, let me. Oh,